They were huge in meme culture, first hailed as anti-heroes amongst the likes of Lulzsec and WikiLeaks, then ridiculed for years as basement dwellers and edgy children. Now, after many people have forgotten them, it seems Anonymous has returned. The group released a video on Facebook on May 28th this year, condemning the horrifying actions of the Minneapolis Police Department and claiming to be responsible for taking down their website 2 days later. It is believed that Anonymous began on 4chan in 2003 as a sort of digitalized hive mind, but grew to worldwide fame in 2008 after targeting Scientology. They achieved their goals by being a decentralized and anarchic form of hacktivism, as there seems to be no figurehead of the organization. They have attacked many different online spaces, from movie and music studios to US government agencies, although being decentralized means they rarely have an entirely collective goal. They enjoyed a high media profile in the past, starring in the news many times in the early 2010s, as well as securing a spot on Time's The World's Most 100 Influential People 2012. Their famous Guy Fawkes masks reference Alan Moore's 1980s graphic novel V for Vendetta, a popular text made even more so by the release of a film adaptation in 2005. In the text, a near-future United Kingdom is ruled by a fascist dictatorial state, extending an image of what could be in regards to former Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher's severe austerity measures, that critics have lampooned as deadly for areas outside of England's financial powerhouses in the 1980s. In the graphic novel and film, the character V wears a Guy Fawkes mask and attempts to blow up British Parliament, their efforts ultimately resonating with the oppressed public, leading to huge riots and uprisings. The Guy Fawkes mask is relevant to the plot because the man himself, Guy Fawkes, attempted to blow up British Parliament in 1650. Hence, the mask became a bit of an anti-establishment icon in pop culture, which is why you see Anonymous wearing them. However, the masks are made by Time Warner, so every time you buy a mask in order to show yourself as anti-establishment, you are supporting a multi-billion-dollar corporation, going against the grain of the anti-establishment goal. The way Anonymous presents themselves is also the perfect mirror to how Hollywood portrays hackers in films. Anonymous films themselves in dark, edgy attire with Matrix-like numbers playing all over their faces. They often shift the pitch of their voices down so as to make it more difficult to identify themselves, but this act also gives off an air of intimidation. Due to their constant news presence and appearances in pop culture, they quickly became a common topic in meme culture after taking on larger institutions. As more and more people attempted to join the group, it began being associated more with young teenagers who thought Anonymous was cool rather than any efforts to actually achieve something. This is where their years of ridicule, in which they were classed as edgy fedora lords, began. Their downfall as a semi-respectable group occurred in parallel with the arrest of several people associated with Anonymous, and as such their media presence went quiet for a long time, although they still took credit for hacking the odd cyberspace over the past decade. Finally, they finished their videos with "We are Legion, expect us," which became a subject of ridicule within meme culture due to its edgy tagline. So as you can see, Anonymous has been intertwined with meme culture since its inception. As for Alan Moore's own opinion, he wrote a BBC article about Anonymous and their political affiliation with his intellectual property. He claimed that the usefulness his ideas from V for Vendetta afford modern radicalism is very satisfying. However, with their high-profile announced return, it will be interesting to see if they are here to stay and change anything for the better, or if Anonymous will end up fading out of the public eye once again. What meme would you guys like me to give a lesson in next? Let me know in the comments below.
And remember, like and subscribe! Or else.